Hey everyone, welcome back to Video Game Lore. This is Vigil, and tonight we journey into the heart of Marvel's darkest hour. A New York shrouded in unending night, where vampires rule the streets and iconic heroes and villains face impossible choices. This is Marvel Rivals, Season 1, Eternal Night Falls. Get ready for a tale of ambition, betrayal, and desperate hope, as the fate of the city and countless lives hangs in the balance. We open with the voice of the city, Jonah Jameson. Bad news, loyal readers. We're bringing you another morning edition of New York's finest newspaper, the Daily Bugle. Why? Because our beloved borough has been trapped in a state of never-ending night for who knows how long. That's why Jameson's words cut through the confusion. No one knows exactly what caused the darkness. Our intrepid reporters don't have a solid source willing to admit what caused Manhattan to become an eternal night. But anonymous scientists have confirmed that a massive wave of coronal energy washed over our planet shortly before things went dark. Coincidence? I think not. The city descends into chaos. Vampires stalk every shadow. Rumor has it that Dracula himself has taken up residence in Central Park. And where are all the superheroes? The Fantastic Four are holed up in the Baxter Building, and Tony Stark claims he's working on a fix. But word on the street is that he and Reed Richards can't agree on how to do it. And as for Spider-Man, word is he swung off into the future to party with his pals. Typical. The city's only hope lies with its heroes, but even they're divided. Inside the Baxter Building, Herbie the robot greets desperate citizens. Welcome to the Baxter Building. I am a humanoid experimental robot, B-type integrated electronics, but you can call me Herbie. He explains the situation. Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, and Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, are locked in the lab, hard at work on Timestream Reintegration Device, hoping to undo the coronal disaster and break the curse of eternal night. Dr. Richards is working on a prototype with Tony Stark. If the device works, it could theoretically undo the damage caused to the multiverse by the time-stream entanglement. But I fear Dr. Richards may finally be stretching himself too thin. Sue Richards, the Invisible Woman, is risking everything gathering intel on vampires in Central Park. While Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, blazes through the streets, Johnny's flames have made him the center of attention, a beacon of hope to many in those dark times, and a warning to any creatures of the night who might dare to oppose him. Meanwhile, Ben Grimm, the Thing, uses his strength and piloting skills to save lives and retrieve rare Chronovium crystals, crucial for Reed's research. Herbie then addresses the survivors. You are currently number 1961 on the wait list. Please take a seat. Next, in the shadow of Central Park, two monarchs meet, Victor Von Doom and Dracula. Dracula, voice cold and calculated. Tell me, why have you come here? You're a long way from Latveria. Doom presents a crystal. I have brought you a gift from one king to another, a tribute befitting the Lord of Vampires. Dracula is a little weary, but he's intrigued. A gift from Victor Von Doom? Ha! Do you think me a fool? I am Dracula. I have reigned over the night for centuries. Doom explains the crystal, which is Chronovium, was born from his experiments with time. If my theory is correct, a single drop of blood from an immortal being such as yourself could unlock the vast power held within this crystal. You could gain complete control over time, in a limited area. Imagine a metropolis locked in unending darkness, your eternal night. Dracula's curiosity is piqued. He leans forward, and all it takes is one drop of blood, you say. Doom, who's ever scheming, withholds the truth from you. Doom never reveals all, but I promise you on the soul of my mother, this is not an act of deception. What I have offered to you will come to pass, should choose to do it. Next, Bats, the ghost dog, tells us of Doctor Strange's cosmic struggle in a playful and loyal tone. See, a while back we got paid a visit by another so-called doctor, Dr. Doom. He wanted the Darkhold, but Steven had a feeling that his fellow doctor was bound to come knocking again. He stashed the Darkhold between realities, but things got kooky fast. Strange is trapped in the astral plane, only to find the Darkhold now in the hands of Khonshu, Egyptian moon god. Khonshu wants to use its power to destroy the vampires, but at a terrible cost. Khonshu took Strange captive, tried to make the Doc cast a nasty spell for him. Luckily, the Scarlet Witch reminded Steven that Khonshu loved a good game of Senet. Strange bets everything on an ancient board game, outwitting Khonshu and reclaiming the Darkhold, saving thousands from destruction. Meanwhile, Blade, the legendary vampire hunter, narrates his own grim tale. The name's Blade. Folks called me that because of the swords I used to slice the heads of every vampire I crossed paths with. I've been hunting vamps my whole life, but this time, Dracula changed the rules. With the city in darkness, Blade's daylight advantage is gone. He, Spider-Man, and Human Torch fight their way into Dracula's fortress, but are overpowered. Blade, in a grim tone, "Drac ambushed me, and even though I fought for my life, he got the upper hand and hauled me away to the dungeon beneath his castle. I ain't the only one. There's an Asgardian squirrel named Ratatasker locked up here too, whose horn can end the life of anything, even immortals. The city is now in peril with most of its defenders taken out of it." Next, we move on to Moon Knight, who prays to Khonshu, describing his new team, the Eternity Knights. Moon Knight, very intense but weary. "You sent me here to keep travelers safe, but now I'm not alone. We call ourselves the Eternity Knights. Iron Man, Wolverine, Winter Soldier, we're doing what needs to be done while the others hesitate. The Fantastic Four and Squirrel Girl try to save everyone, but the Eternity Knights, equipped with Stark's Chronovium-powered armor, make the hard calls. We ran into a man in white armor leading vamps. He looked like he could give Dracula a run for his money. As long as the moon stays out, your knight will be at your service, whether you're listening or not." In the Baxter Building, the heroes confront each other. Doctor Strange and Mr. Fantastic are close to powering the Timestream Reintegration Device, but Tony Stark objects. Almost all of the pages of the Darkhold are back in our hands once more. Mr. Fantastic, focused, yet firm. The coronal energy should be enough to get the device running. We just need to extract the time essence. Iron Man interjects because he's skeptical. "Last time I checked, the TRD was a joint effort, and Tony Stark has never been one to miss a product launch." Iron Man warns without the Montesi formula and vampiric verses, the device could fail catastrophically. "Are you still going to bet the fate of our universe and countless others on a device that isn't ready?" Reed Richards, for the first time in his life, replies, "I don't know." Next, we go to Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, as he reflects on his journey. "I had this nagging feeling the name Johnny Storm was destined to be burned into people's minds forever, but lately, I've started to think maybe it's not enough." With the city in endless darkness, Johnny prepares for a desperate gamble. "If I push my powers to their limits, I can go supernova and buy Stu and her crew the time they need. Yeah, I know the risks. At best, I lose consciousness. At worst, well, let's hope the Bugle writes me a good obituary. Because if Johnny Storm goes down, it's going to be as the star he was always meant to be." And finally, Dr. Doom's final monologue reveals the grand plan. Doom rarely finds himself a reason to admit fault, but I must say, I seem to have underestimated myself. He explains how he deceived Dracula, using him to locate the vampiric verses, not to raise an army of vampires, but to infuse the Chronovium with immortality, creating pure blood Chronovium. Dr. Doom in an ominous tone. Doom's plan was a resounding success, outwitting everyone. Doom stood triumphant with pure blood Chronovium in his iron grip. But he is not the only Doom with grand plans in motion. While he may have ended this round with a win, I will soon prove to him that he is but a mere glimmer of the man he is destined to become. Now, if you'll excuse me, Doom has a gala to attend. And so, New York remains caught in the grips of eternal night. Heroes divided, villains scheming, and the fate of the world hanging by a thread. The battle isn't over, and the lore runs deeper than ever. Keep searching for those hidden stories. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more Marvel lore, and join the hunt for answers in Eternal Night Falls. But thanks again for watching this video. This is Vigil from Video Game Lore. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.